to break it down with you, Lagos. So as we chat about this, please chat with us. Go over right now and get ready to start sending us messages to our WhatsApp number, which is 0809 4440981. You can simply tweet at us. Our Twitter hashtag is...
Our Twitter hashtag is Grapevine 91.
Valentine was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I just brought back that secondary school skill.
Good job. Well done. We caught you almost remain small. But you can also chat with us up on our YouTube channel. So go over to youtube.com/smooth981fm Lagos. It's simply smooth981fm Lagos. We'll be able to see your live chat comments and of course talk to you as well. And in true Grapevine tradition, we are kicking off with brand new music. First up on the list, it's been a while. I don't think we've spoken about music from this particular artist in ever, really. DJ Lambo is out with a track. This one features Small Doctor and Mr. Real, and it's called Kunta Kinte. Now, it's her first single of the year. These are quite heavy features as well, heavy street features. So we're going to play a little bit of this for you and see what you think about the music, Lagos. Now, you know it's the Grapevine, so we like to explore all sorts of things and all sorts of sounds. Is it good music in terms of the category that it's in? We'll find out. Production credits go to CK, by the way, so let's see exactly if they brought the Kunta Kinte.
Sweet bass. No be boy, Tani Rambo, no DJ Lambo. If I start, say you go dance. I love it.
I think they should start, but maybe not here on Smooth Breakfast, because for a second I was like, maybe this could be our new sound. Okay.
Somebody probably tuned in and saw Smooth and
it turned it down.
Really?
No, guys, it is Smooth. It's Smooth 98.1.
If you're bumping your head, it's okay. You're welcome.
But it is also the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1. We are listening to brand new music, and that is the sound of DJ Lambo's latest track. She just dropped it. It's her first single of the year. It's called Kunta Kinte, features Small Doctor and Mr. Real. Is produced by CK, and the bass is heavy on that one.
The bass is heavy. It's a vibe. It's a feel-good song. It reminds you of some very popular songs that you hear around, like Pato Rankins, yeah. Exactly, and some other ones, and I see people doing shakaku to this very easily.
Easy, but it's a street. As soon as I saw the features, I was like, this is a street. It's a street movement. Yeah. So we're gonna see how that goes. But I have to say, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all. I'm interested to see what the video would look like, though, because the poster is very colorful. I did like the poster for it. So let's see if the video comes out. So big shout out to our President Chocolate City, DJ Lambo.
That's true.
I forget him. Madam President.
She's doing big things,
We
right?
see you.
Yeah, we see.
Please come back from South Africa with chocolates.
Yeah,
okay, let's carry on. We've got more new music to chat about. This time a new music video. This one I stumbled across completely by accident. We're sitting with the team yesterday trying to figure out what song should come up, what's the new music that's popping right now. And I saw this newcomer. Her name was Tipsy. I was like, let them not say that. It's as if we don't like to give other people a chance. Because sometimes we're accused here on the Grapevine.
Yeah.
But it's only your friend.
In a bit to be neutral and try to be as cut across every genre as possible. We give you the benefit of doubt to listen to the songs and watch the video.
Yeah.
And it made a difference.
Yeah. So we're gonna play a small clip of this. This is Tipsy. This is a female rapper, and you'll understand why I'm telling you that in a second. Her song is titled
Hello.
I'm gonna check now because I can't remember that.
It's Notchman and number one.
Yeah.
Baby boy, I'm fashion to be foot.
Well, so that's Tipsy. That is a female rapper, just to let you know. But her Olamide vibes are
heavy, loaded.
Wow.
Like breaking in its seams.
Wow. Now, guys, if you think that her sound is interesting, or you think that it's definitely something that makes you your ears perk up, I suggest you go and watch this video. I mean, Val, what did you think of the video while we were watching it?
When I saw the video, I thought it was colorful. I thought I couldn't get past the voice. She just kept looking at her face and
The
trying to.
the girl is gorgeous. Excuse me. She's a hot babe.
Very hot chick.
That's what you don't understand. She's a hot babe. She's got. In fact, I tell you what she reminded me of, because I also last night was watching and listening to a lot of female rapper videos. She's got a very Nicki Minaj edge about her.
Yes.
So not in terms of her physical appearance, but her attitude. Like, she's strong. She's street.
She had those quirky movements that she could do with her face, and you know, yeah. She performed really well in that video. When you see the video, you understand what we're talking about. She looks clean, classy for the voice. The voice.
She's comfortable in who she
You
is.
get like
and
the voice
and
comes
it
out
is.
as ratchet, but she's just.
Why is the voice ratchet? Why did you have to say ratchet? What's
I'm
ratchet?
just saying,
What
like,
is a ratchet?
Speaking Yoruba, Yoruba is
The-
not ratchet.
I was-
Calm down. Yoruba is
Let
not
me just
ratchet.
turn
I'm
and
just
look at
saying.
Valolo
I'm saying
well.
The way she raps to the song like Olamide, it goes all streets on. Why are you coming too close?
I'm looking at you.
Goes,
Say it with your chest.
goes all streets on us with that beautiful, wonderful look that she has in the video going on. You'd have guessed if you muted the sound. You'd have probably guessed that she was singing a different genre.
If you don't watch the video and you just hear her sound, you will imagine that you'll imagine that she is a guy. No, she doesn't sound
sound.
female. Just her voice doesn't sound female. But very, very interesting stuff. Make sure you check her out. Her name is Tipsy. That was our first time of coming across her. We hope it won't be the last time, and we hope that she continues to push, because I miss female rappers in this industry. I don't know what's happened to all our female rappers. She's still doing makeup, bro.
Makeup.
Oh, you didn't know? She's a makeup artist. That's kind of her
Really?
thing, yeah.
She decided to leave working out.
She's
'Cause I thought
been
working out was
doing makeup.
all the
That's
time.
been her second hustle.
Oh, okay.
Lagos, please help us tweet at our female rappers. What's going on? Tesh Carter, where are you?
Yeah,
Eva,
Kels.
what's going on?
Kel.
I think she's done. She's like, no, it's okay, it's fine. But guys, I'm sad. Let's move on though. While we have spoken about new music videos and we do want your opinion on that, remember, tweet at us. Use that hashtag Grapevine981. You can also send us messages to our WhatsApp number 0809 444 0981. Now, our first story, we're going to talk about Wizkid. In talk say embassy no be my papa. Wizkid is talking about this because he missed Coachella. Well, he missed the first weekend of Coachella that he was supposed to be performing at. And essentially the reason why he missed it, and he tweeted, he said his band wasn't able to get visas. There were visa issues. Now, the interesting thing is this is not the first time that Wizkid has missed out on appointments like this or has missed out on events like this. And funnily enough, there were tweets out there where a fan had tweeted at him a week or 2 weeks or a little while before Coachella and said, I beg, apply for visa LU. And then after this happened, they tweeted back, they say, you for just listen to me that time.
You understand?
Twitter
never forgets.
Yeah, but you do have to sort of understand it. He says, embassy is not my dad. Well,
Yeah.
what can I say? But a lot of people are like, these are just excuses. Some of these, you are too big for all of these. Stop giving excuse. I mean, do you think it's an excuse though?
It's not an excuse, because what most people forget is, as much as they have celebrity status here and people assume naturally by default they get free passes at every agency, it's not the same for
The
embassy.
US government don't respect
No
you.
matter how famous you are in Nigeria, that's for your Twitter handle,
Yeah.
your Instagram handle. When you come there, present the documents. If we decide to give you a visa, yeah. If we don't,
Yeah, and it wasn't him, it was the members of his band, and I imagine that he didn't want them to miss out on this experience. He did say he'd be there the following weekend, so that's this coming weekend. So I guess we'll know for sure next week, and we'll let you know whether or not he did actually make that Coachella
but
appearance.
how long do you have to travel to the US to get a citizenship?
You just have to be
How?
there. No, it's not travel. If you want citizenship, you have to live. What are you talking about? You have to live there now.
Guys like Wizkid just goes in and out.
No. He doesn't live there. They're just collecting his money. They're like, you can come and visit. When you go back to it, it's
just
okay.
drop your money,
Just
do
come
your
and spend your
concerts.
money here and then go back. That's okay.
Smart.
That's their rule. That's their rule. Speaking of smart, this lady was not so smart in some comments that she put out on CNN. But was she wrong though? Is the question. We're talking about Moesha Boduong. I hope I said her name right. She's a Ghanaian actress that has now been apologizing to African women around the world for a blunder, she says, on CNN. Now, there was an interview with Amampo, which has since gone viral, where she talks about the need that women have on the African continent to find men to take care of themselves because they cannot generate enough money to take care of themselves. She says, our economy is just in such a way that you just need someone to take care of you. You cannot make enough money as a woman here in Ghana, because here in Ghana, when you want to rent an apartment, you have to pay for and I just started working. Where will I get an apartment for 2 years? So when Amampo asked her if she was with her boyfriend, essentially to pay her rent, she said, well, It's because he can afford to take care of me.
Mm.
And what did you think of that, Valentine?
When I first of all I saw the video and then I went straight to Twitter. So when I see videos like this on social media, I immediately jump to Twitter to see the reactions because that's where the very sarcastic comments come from. And I'm sarcastic by nature. So I saw the story, and I thought she was being honest. She was being in an honest zone. She was talking from where she could relate with.
Yep.
But definitely, you can't be honest on TV like that. On a CNN interview. Talking about African women?
You can be honest
in
in
Wakanda
context.
time?
Lagos. So we have to take a very quick break. Once we come back, we got a very special guest in the studio. We told you he would show up, and he is here. Stick around to find out more. This is Smooth 98.1.
Hello everybody, I'm Cobhams Asuquo. Stay tuned.
Hi, Cobhams. How you doing? Hi.
What's up,
Good
love?
to see you.
How are you,
I'm
darling?
very well, though.
Look at
Very
you.
well. Good to see you. Good
Me
to see you.
too.
Thanks for coming through.
Me too. I'm glad.
These G's that we are gisting.
These gist.
These
huh?
tables that
we
this
are
woman is
shaking.
shaking.
I know.
People were so upset. But once I read the story, I was like, oh, well, I know why she said what she said. I know why she said it. Perhaps it was not just the smartest thing to say.
No.
Perhaps not.
That's all she could think about.
Yeah.
Kobe, thanks, man. Thanks for
Nah,
making
for
it.
nothing. Nothing.
How have you been?
I've been well. I'm tired most times these days, but well.
You say it's like a constant state of being.
Working.
Work.
Excellent.
Weekends, weekdays.
Random.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, our stories for today, you know how our grapevine goes now. So you're going to just with us on all these our grapevine stories as well.
Okay. So
Wake home.
That's another way of saying you're going to put me in trouble.
Me, never. Why would I do such? Why would I do such? No, if we we're gonna come back in with your song, and then we're gonna just round up the chat on what this woman said about African women having men to take care of them, and how everyone went for her. After that, I don't know if I want to do the one they call drama. Michelle Dede, yeah. Did you hear about what happened to Michelle Dede about the police harassment?
Oh no.
Yeah, like serious stuff. Like police stopped the car she was in. She was coming back from a night vigil. They stopped the car she was in, told her and the female Uber driver to get out of the car, physically pushed her. Yeah, like called them prostitutes, all this stuff. And she was just complaining of why is this happening so often.
And the police at that checkpoint are very
notorious.
for that.
Yeah.
Especially to women.
Yes, she said. She did Instagram yesterday night and say that she'd spoken to a particular police officer, I don't know how to say his name, but he's quite popular and is trying to help with the issue, and says that she's also to see the DPO and stuff, but that they're dealing with the matter, and thanks to everybody for getting involved. So that's that. Since we talked about Coachella, we talked about Beychella and why people lost their mind about Beyonce.
Why in the world you'd compare Beyonce to Michael Jackson?
Because she's great. That's just the truth. Like, love her or hate her. Because there's no that reason. Because even when I was talking about it yesterday, I was like, why are you so emotional?
Yeah.
The reality is, she incites conversation around the world. Like, how can you just be trending like that? Just trend. Just came out and walk. Me, am I not walking? Why are you not talking about me?
Exactly.
In terms of comparing her to the Michael Jackson, that's not exactly comparing apples to apples.
Yeah, it's true.
Too many reasons.
Yes.
Too many reasons. Michael didn't have social media.
Yes.
That's another one.
It's an entirely different time, a different era, different.
Yeah.
I think somebody just did it to cause trouble and for them to be conversation.
But Michael is incomparable to anyone, I think.
I think so as well.
Not even Beyonce. Michael is incomparable.
I think so.
Oh, this song.
You
So that puts me in trouble.
Don't worry.
I don't know.
You did not put my name. Did anybody ask you that?
Well, not so much that, but just the whole. I mean, it's all kinds of things. First of all, why are you singing that you want to blow to? Is this, why are you even singing, a mixture of Yoruba and English and this and that? Are you fueling the everyday Nigerian sound? No, but I mean, a lot of people like it though. So
Yeah.
People know that you can't be boxed into it.
that's what I don't understand.
I don't get it.
Alright, gentlemen, we're coming back in.
So give me one hit song, Lord. Let me blow like Olamide.
Studio.
You know I'm smiling so much.
Tell me.
Want to blow indeed. Cobhams Asuquo is in the studio,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Cobhams. How are
Good
you?
morning. I am fabulous. Thank you.
Cobhams, you were talking just before we came in from the break in Lagos. You are listening to Smooth 98.1. It's Smooth Breakfast with Valentine and myself, Folu. You were saying that you got in trouble with this song.
Oh, in the midst
Because
of
which
greatness.
one hit? Only one. Cobhams.
Cobhams, who are you
Yes,
shading?
Caution
true.
yourself.
I've taken flack for this one. Believe me.
Oh my gosh, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming in this morning. We appreciate having you here.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
And thanks for the wonderful
I'm
video.
actually moving from just listening to you guys and to hanging out with you. That's just awesome.
That's exactly what it is, Cobhams.
Oh,
Kobe,
thank
it's just
you.
about your house, getting in the car and getting into the studio whenever you want. We're here. It's Folu and
This is
Valentine.
true. This is
Yeah,
true.
you.
Always.
I will hold you to it.
Yes, you should.
So, Cobhams, just before you came in true Grapevine tradition, we have been talking about new music, and new songs, and some of the gist. So you came in just at the beginning of our gist. We're talking about this young Ghanaian actress. Her name is Moesha Boduong. I think I said it right, hopefully. And she had a video that went viral on CNN recently, and that's because she was talking about the African women's need to have guys take care of them. She did come out and apologize to her Ghanaian and all her African sisters and says, I'm really sorry, I thought about it, perhaps I shouldn't have said that. But what do you think in general?
So I mean, a lot of these things are debatable. I first of all, I think it's wrong timing. It's wrong timing because obviously this is in the wake of a lot that's going on right now and that's taking center stage media wise, from the hashtag Me Too movement to just gender empowerment, gender equality, and all of that good stuff. So it's wrong timing. However, I think it's a reflection of certain cultural dispositions and expectations, and she didn't just come up with the idea on her own in her head. It's obviously something. There's some kind of indoctrination, and she's just fueling or just resounding that. So I won't say that it's the thing to say. However, it is what it is. It's a reflection of a time and a place, for some people. But it's definitely wrong timing.
Yeah.
But kudos to Christian and Paul. When you're in that kind of position, it takes true professionalism and really being good at your job to get people to be that honest.
Yeah, just
to lay bare the details before
mention
thinking about it.
mention that name again. Mention that name again. And
Christian
how-
and Paul.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
The
There you
pedigree,
go.
just everything that she is.
That's it.
you know,
That's it.
yeah,
That's it. All right, we've got quite a few messages coming through. People are commenting on the new music we played this morning. We had a track in from DJ Lambo that featured Small Doctor, as well as, I know it was produced by CK as well, and I've lost my title page just because
And then
so
another
much
one,
paper.
Hello by Tipsy.
Yes, and Hello by Tipsy, Mr. Real, there you go, Mr. Real. And so we've got this one in from Benga Kamu, who comments. He says, there's no creativity in Nigerian music again. This song has influences of Small Doctor. Can they come up with a new sound? Benga. Thank you. Thank you, Cobhams.
Thank you, exactly.
Please, let's pay
Why else would
attention.
it sound?
Let's pay attention. Hammond says this, I'm just here sipping colorless wine, that's water, waiting for you guys to review Coachella. Sorry, Beychella, says Hammond.
Come on.
Don't worry, we are getting to that in just a second. We definitely have to talk about it. And this is in from No Names. I'm just going to skip that comment. Abigail, no. Guys, please put your name to your messages.
Yeah,
If you don't put your name, I'm not reading your comments. I don't know who that is. Sorry. We've got Ade who says, please, what's the name of the female rapper you guys were talking about? I hope she's as good as all this hypo. Talking with my chest. She better be better than Blaze. I said her sound is very interesting. She sounds like an Olamide.
And her name
It's
is Tipsy.
insane. Yes, Tipsy. While Big E says, please, Val Folu Cobhams, as she is all right. All these slay queen, slay mama depends on men. And Yahoo boys to pay their bills. The real slay queen is Queen B Beychella. I think talking about the interviewee there. Okay. While Muduka says, the way you guys are describing Tipsy reminds me of the Brat. Looking off fly and then coming off major hardcore. I'll definitely check her out. And then with reference to the Amampo interview says, anyways, my response to Amampo interview, live and let live. Some women would rather be taken care of, and some are more independent. I know enough smart and hardworking women that wouldn't mind a good man taking care of them, independent woman or not.
That's right.
And someone just sent a message saying, Cobhams! The God right there, he says, interesting. And Mark Cruz says, Cobhams Bado. Now you be true Bado. He said, what, have you ever been called Bado before? Is that?
Well, I mean, only when we had the hairstyle situation. So Olamide was carrying, something.
Is that why you put him in the song?
That's not right.
Come on, what does it take to sing like you, though?
I don't know. You know, I never really paid that much attention to my voice, to be honest. Like, for the longest time, I considered myself a producer. And then one morning, I woke up and I just, all these epiphanies, and you're like, wait a minute, I can sing. I can't go into the studio and start singing now. That's it. So I'm a singer now.
And there you go. I like just focus and determination. Unstoppable.
I too can wake up.
Don't try it at all.
I was gonna say, if I come tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., everybody should blame it on Cobhams.
No, but
I started singing on radio to
Dr.
Folu.
Valentine.
What?
Don't do it.
Thank you, Valentine.
Why you call me
I've
doctor?
told you this thing
So you
before.
just wake up and, just have like a brainwave and say, I'm going to be a doctor.
But in my defense, I went through the 4 walls of the university, not
I'm
just
sure.
primary school.
I'm sure to study what?
I see.
MI from Akoka says, Cobhams Asuquo for the culture. Your songs, both the ones you produce and the ones that you sing on and record, are so inspirational. I never saw, he says, your collabo with Fal's coming. But he rounds up with the best line. He says, bro, you deserve some accolades.
Oh my goodness.
And David sends in this message. He says, I think the Tipsy lady and those that are coming out from Alamide's studio sound alike. We need creativity, not similarity. All right, fair enough. Cobhams Baba is the hailing that's still coming through. Still no name to the hailing, but it's okay. And Inni says, I love you, Cobhams. Keep keeping it real.
I love you back, Inni.
Oh, okay. Up next, let's talk about someone that I do have love for. Who was a little bit distressed recently. She went on her Instagram page and posted about this. Actress Michelle Dede decries police harassment against herself and other females. Now, she spoke very specifically about the Adeomi Ade being paid drive in Lekki Phase 1, talking about the police officers that stand at that checkpoint. She said herself and a female taxi driver were coming back from a night vigil. They stopped them. She was pushed almost to the ground. They were called prostitutes. She was really outraged by this, and it's sad to say that this happens way too often. What are we doing, Lagos? What?
When I looked at the story, because I realized that we've heard about this kind of experiences several times in Nigeria by women, but nobody has talked about it as much as she. When I read every single line and understood the pain, where it was coming from, kind of felt...
Because she articulated it very well.
It has happened to her several times. She chose that single moment to speak about it because she got tired. She got fed up of the experience.
I think about the fact that when you go to law school, for instance, there's certain things you're taught that are outside of, just law in the formal sense of it, etiquette and all that. So it begs the question, what do you teach, people from the police force, our military men, not just in Nigeria, like how do you
how do we train them?
To treat women, to treat kids, to treat senior citizens, I mean, there's just some stuff you just don't do, you know what I mean? So I think it begs the question, who's training and, what are they teaching?
Absolutely. Cobhams, thank you so much. We do have to take another very, very, very quick break. When we come back, we are going to talk about Beychella. I know you've been waiting, people. And of course, the trending topic, and people were losing their minds yesterday about comparisons between Beyonce and Michael Jackson.
Why?
Don't do it.
What are people thinking?
Don't do it, guys.
We'll be back in just a few minutes. Stay with us. It's a Grapevine on Smooth 98.1.
It's not a fair comparison.
It's not.
Any level.
Yeah. They're just different people.
So I had an experience in February. I was in a studio in LA with these guys. A guy called Greg Fillingate. He wrote, Mr. Quincy Jones talked about him a bit. He wrote, that his Vulture interview, he wrote the C-section of Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Right.
Never got the credit for it.
Oh, wow.
That's another story altogether about another side of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, because I heard that before.
Yeah, but anyway, the point is, so we're in the studio and they were transferring some of the files from reel to digital audio, and they played some of the multi-track. Listen, let me tell you, there is nothing like listening to that session, like, and feeling like he could easily have been in a room singing back at you. So when I'm talking about the multi-track, like they're soloing his voice, soloing the instruments,
all the levels to
at
it.
a point, like I dropped to the ground. I couldn't sit down anymore. And a friend of mine was actually doing a video, and somebody was like, you cannot, because obviously it's illegal. Only
They'll come and collect
his
you.
estate, the state, and a couple of people. Only like 3 people have access to the files. You know what I mean? So it's really serious, classified or confidential work. You know, but just listening to that sound in that room, there's a spirit behind Michael Jackson as a person. He was no ordinary human being. He was.
But you know, I think where these comments came from, and something that I've genuinely come to admire Beyonce for, and I used to be the biggest Beyonce hater. I'm not afraid to say it, Bayhive. Come on, beat me. I used to be like really, you know, anti like this Beyonce hype thing. Is the level of work that the woman puts in is incredible. So the reason it came up at all was about Beyonce being. The argument is that Beyonce is the best performer alive today. I agree with that statement.
Yes, I agree.
She's the best performer alive today. The woman is an is nuts. I'm just like, what? I suppose this is what happens when you drill your children from age 3. Please, my future children.
And it's in their blood.
They are doing everything. Athlete, singer, actor. I know, right? I really thought YouTube. And just in case, maybe they're watching the future, so they'll be like, why is mommy mad? So they can come back and watch this show.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. So I think someone tweeted, Michael Jackson was the best performer of his time, and they said Beyonce is the best performer of this time.
Alive.
Somebody, yes, alive, and somebody wanted to say, listen, it should have just been Michael Jackson is the best performer of all time.
No,
my problem is, why mention Michael Jackson?
In
Why
the
couldn't
first
you just
place,
allow
yes.
this Beyonce to have a moment?
Why
couldn't we just?
And then I think the advantage Beyonce has is all that Michael Jackson could have been. There can't be any more of Michael Jackson right now. You know what I mean? And when you have that advantage, you can top it easy.
Oof.
You can top it. But then again, you know, she's bae. She's fantastic.
And she's existing in the world of social media.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
The girl workshop. But we're coming back. We'll talk about this on the air. Okay, we've got a few seconds. Let's be prepped.
For a chance to watch the FIFA World Cup live in Russia and win other amazing prizes thanks to Visa. Visit
10 seconds. Studio mics are up.
Details.
And we are back inside of the Grapevine here on Smooth 98.1. Val and I are chilling here as usual, but we have Cobhams Asuquo in the studio with us.
Yes.
Greatness is in our presence, so it only makes sense that our next topic is about great people.
Ness.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just have to write somehow.
We'll give you that one. I'm not sure why.
So Cobhams, for those of you up on YouTube, everyone on YouTube is getting like the best version of this show, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
So make sure you go hit the subscribe button, youtube.com/smooth 981 FM Lagos. But we're talking about Beychella now. So we know Coachella's been going on. Different people have been supposed to queued up to perform there. Beyonce's performance, though, had the internet buzz completely. Now, she had tweeted beforehand telling people, are you ready for this? She went on a whole vegan diet, encouraged her followers to go on a vegan diet with her. And then she broke the internet, it feels like. Her sister showed up on stage because she couldn't help herself. Her husband, Jay-Z, was there. But she paid tribute to Black culture in America in the most fascinating way and the most emotional way for a lot of kids in the States. But then why also that she broke the internet is because some people were comparing her to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, which I thought was very unfounded. We should leave Michael Jackson for Michael Jackson and for the world, for every one of us. And Beyonce, yes, she's great. We understand how much we all love her, but I don't think that's a right classification. I don't think I really think it's unnecessary to bring.
I don't hear much love in your voice.
I was going to say, these lies he's telling here. These lies.
We love Beyonce
Through gritted teeth. That's right. We believe you.
But Combs, what do you think about that? Some of the tweets that were going out were about how Beyonce is the greatest performer of this time. Michael Jackson was the greatest performer of his time.
First of all, I'll have to agree with Val. I think we should allow the comparison is not the fairest. We're not comparing apples to apples. Michael Jackson didn't have social media in his time, and Beyonce has that. Another thing Beyonce has is the fact that she has Michael Jackson and all he could have been. Like I said off air, this is. So she's when you have all that a person could have been, you can very very easily top that. You know what I mean? But then again, like you said, Folu, her work ethic is just awesome. She's absolutely amazingly, incredibly. What's the word? She worked hard at what she does.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And there is reward for hard work. So yes, I respect that. I don't know that it's I don't know that it's a fair comparison. And I was also telling you off air that I had the rare privilege of listening to Michael Jackson's multi-tracks, and my goodness, there was a spirit in that room, and there's a spirit with that guy and his voice. And I think it's not, if you're going to talk about it, let's talk about it for all the right reasons, and not make comparison. I know someone will say, but you haven't had the privilege of listening to Beyonce's live multi-tracks to know how that would make you feel. But it is what it is. It's not a fair comparison.
No, it isn't, guys. Next time somebody just does well, just celebrate them. Say well done and leave it alone. Stop comparing. Stop comparing. Leave it there.
There's a writing in our office that says when hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, but when hard work and talent come together, you get a Beyonce. How do y'all feel, Bay fans?
Please, I'm going over to comments, Val. I can't deal with you this morning. Big E says, please, guys, world Africans don't compare Beyonce with Michael. They're both energetic and strong, but Michael's is the top and still remains at that spot. Because of the energetic performances and tribute to Fela, that doesn't qualify her. And Cobhams, why do you disguise yourself on radio as Kobe sometimes? Folu, help me ask Cobhams, what is his greatest? And I'll pray to God to answer it for him. I don't understand that last part, but over to you.
What is my what?
Why are you Kobe? I don't know. There's so many questions I have.
Kobe? I'm just Kobe. So a friend of mine called me Kobe in secondary school.
I call him Kobe.
Yeah, no, well, everybody calls me Kobe now, and it's just stuck. It's not a disguise. It's just what it is.
There you go. And we've got this on Abednego.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abednego Norris says, "Yay, my big uncle Amento Cobhams is on air."
I know Abednego.
There you go.
He's talented.
He knows his full name. So
yes, so that you're aware.
Yes,
we know.
He's really talented.
Norris, yeah.
Abednego, shout out to you. Thank you for sending us this message. Ali from Apapa says, a shout out to Cobhams in the studio. Kobe, you do the most in the Nigerian music industry. But I have to ask this question. When will Nigerian artists start performing beyond only their vocal prowess and choreography and start putting in proper creativity, especially stage creativity, to break records, to cause major conversations, just like Queen Bey and other artists in other countries?
I think the movement has begun, and with most great movements, it happens underground and then builds up. I mean, you have the likes of Tay and Wavy the Creator and Odunsi, and just people who are honing the craft and doing their thing and expressing music differently, and using live bands and all kinds of stuff. We recently just got off of a live band. We did a live band tour last year. Went all over Nigeria and all across Nigeria and the UK. And we've been doing all kinds of things. We had a YouTube concert like last week, and it was awesome. People paid attention to it. Just me and my band, and we did covers. We did all kinds of things. So there are people who are actually paying attention. The movement has begun, and that's why you have Smooth FM. You know what I mean? Playing all the good stuff and all the things that other people might not necessarily dare to stand for, because we're in a culture that encourages playing it safe. You know what I mean? And you can't blame people because people gotta live. You know what I mean? But here we are. It's happening. I think the movement is happening.
I think so, definitely. Big shout out to a number of performers who are out there. That I mean, Tiwa Savage picked up in her performances incredibly in the last few years, which has been dope to see. Shay has always been a really outstanding performer, even if it's a crowd of 3 people. Shay's giving them ding 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 ding. So check that out. Ziggy from VI says, "Hello guys on Tipsy and Nuko." Oh, so you know her surname? I like it.
Oh, wow.
Says she has been around, had actually quite a few features when she came back to Niger, and good ones as well. She is sharp. And he says on Wizkid, "No be today, I beg ye." Wow. You don't even have small trust for Wizzy. He's gonna be there this weekend. He'll be there this weekend. Okay. And Omosan from Lekki says, Kobe, please, what do you have to say about your musicians' live performances? Just playing their tapes and jumping on stage. I'm tired.
He's answered the question.
Yeah. But it's bubbling. The real, I shouldn't say the real thing because everything is subjective.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a movement that's bubbling under. You know what I mean? I can't disparage or discredit anybody's style of performance because 800 and something million people cannot be wrong. There are people who love this thing for what it's worth, for what it is. You know, but there's a movement bubbling under, and if you belong to it, you feel like that resonates with you, then follow and support it. One thing is having a conversation around this. Another thing is actually following these people on Instagram and Twitter and encouraging them to do what they do, because sometimes it can be quite discouraging. You know what I mean? So if you care that much, and I'm sure you do, follow the Macas and the Timmy that Colos.
Yes.
Making great music.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you
Cobhams.
so much for that, Cobhams. We're pretty much out of time. I'll just take this final comment that has come in on our YouTube live chat. Hey, a shout out to Kennedy Ogunde, who says, Folu and Val, I'm an unapologetic smooth addict. But also, am I the only one who is thinking of a Cobhams Johnny Drill collabo? Cobhams.
That's my man right there. He's talented. We've actually done stuff, not in the studios, but we've jammed. We've jammed together.
Just
Yeah.
let us come and
Everyone
periscope
wants
your
us to do
jam.
so, eh?
We will. I'm sure we will. I'm sure.
Alright.
You know what? I should hit Johnny up and we should talk about this.
Exactly.
You know what? I should hit you up and just show up at the studio, and then the same way you just try to record Michael's unreleased stuff. I'll just be there with my small YouTube video in the
You're
corner.
listening.
Don't worry, guys. It's just us. Lagos, we are done for this morning. Please catch up with Cobhams Asuquo on all social media platforms. Cobhams, you want to let everyone know and what's coming up for you next?
So we've started the online concert. We're just putting out stuff from that. A lot of live music, a lot of real music, and I'm featuring a lot of people, sharing a lot of new artists, names that people don't know who are absolutely talented and deserve mention. Yeah, so watch out. Some of it will be playing here, I hope.
Yes.
They will. And Cobhams, thank you very much for your support for the music industry and how you featured all these people like Simi and all that, making them grow in your video.
All right.
Not everybody see that.
Coming up next is the final hour of Smooth Breakfast, where you, Lagos, get to talk. And we've got a lot to talk about. Keep listening.
Fine on the Smooth
Kobe!
Breakfast Show.
That was fun, guys.